Peace. All right. Peace. Love, light, and life, family. It's your boy Tezlato, Big Tezlato. Welcome back to Sessions, a livecast where we chill, we build, and some more shit. We have emotion and some more shit. I want to say thank you to everybody who supports the channel, who supports all things Tezlato, all things Sessions. If you're not subscribed and you're watching this video, go ahead, hit that subscription button. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up button just to make sure your boy is getting much love in the algorithm. So right now we're playing some lo-fi coffee shop cafe jazz vibes, and we really just want to start the morning off really chill and just a really like relaxed, serene, tranquil vibe. As a matter of fact, it's let's get a little bit of some incense lit up in here. Give me one moment, y'all. So we have an incense right here. This is an aromatherapy incense. This one specifically, I bought it from like Dollar Tree or whatever, but this is supposed to be, I believe, one for courage. If you guys ever looking for just some little a- aromatherapy or some aromatics, some smell goods, Dollar Tree definitely keeps the incense on deck. They keep the oils on deck and stuff like that. Super cheap, man. You know, always trying to cut costs and efficiently operate from a monetary standpoint. So happy Tuesday, happy Taco Tuesday, Chi Tuesday to you all. We're just gonna let that get into the air. All right. Ooh, we gonna put it out. Cause my girl hates the smell of incense for some reason. All right, y'all. So what I want to talk about this morning is we're gonna have a conversation about transparency today, y'all, and vulnerability and the power of telling the truth, speaking your mind, and harnessing that power to continue on your journey. So for a lot of people, you may not know, you might just know me from a cannabis persona, being involved in the community and things like that. But what I want to let you guys know is that I've been through a lot of trauma in my life. I have been battling addictive habits since I was a kid, and I'm still going through that journey. One thing in particular is my addiction to porn, promiscuity, and lustful behavior. I've been doing a lot better with that over the past year or two. Um, Although the porn does the porn how do I say this? Watching porn, it has its like ups and downs. It comes and it goes. I've been doing a lot better with that, but it seems like sexual images and the more explicit stuff and the raunchy stuff is still out there no matter where you go. Um, However, that does not absolve me from accountability. So when you get those type of thoughts, you do have to reject them. And anytime you're tempted, when you're faced with temptation, there will be a moment, a moment of clarity where you'll have that talk with yourself, and either you can go right or you can go left. And that right there is the escape. So whenever you're having that moment, if you're feeling it early on, if you're feeling it late into whatever the act is or the situation, you have to answer to your first mind and get up out of there. Another thing that I have issues with is alcohol consumption. So I have been battling alcohol use disorder for some years now. I think just being in the environment that I grew up in, I was exposed to drug use, exposed to alcohol use, over hypersexuality and perversion since I was born. And I began drinking early teenage years. I'm pretty sure I had my first taste of like liquor or beer way before then. Just as like one of those, it's like one of those old school things where you give like a kid a sip of beer to see the reaction or something, or like you know what, that type of stuff, that weird socialization process we go through um in certain environments and communities. So that definitely took a toll on me. I would say the overexposure to sexuality and porn. I probably seen my first pornographic image when I was, mm, I don't know. I had to be single digits. Had to be single digits. But yeah, that's something that stuck with me. Not very happy about that, but it manifests in many ways throughout my life now. Just having overabundance of lustful thoughts, hypersexuality, very, very high, overly active sex drive, and just an infatuation with just sexual images, just perverted thoughts and porn, and I can't get enough of it, right? Oh man, but starting to learn that that's not the best thing for me, right? So this live is a very, very somber, melancholy type of vibe, because I went 33 days sober. I started off the new year not drinking. I went 33 days sober, and I went to go celebrate the union of one of my dear brothers and his beautiful wife this weekend. And there was an open bar at the wedding, and for most of the wedding and the reception, I did not drink, but it came to a point to where I was tempted, and I did have my first shot of tequila. Tequila is one of my choice spirits. Um, but yeah, I had my first shot of tequila, and then it just went downhill from there. The thing about me is, with my version of alcoholism, I don't drink on a daily basis. Like, it's easy for me not to drink when I'm at home. Like, we have a bottle of wine in the fridge that we've had since New Year's. It doesn't tempt me or anything. Well, I wouldn't say that. It does tempt me, but it's never really a second thought whether or not if I want to drink that, because I'm me deep down, I'm truly just not a drunkard. But one thing about me, a I can be a bit of a social butterfly, socialite type person. So a lot of times coming up, when there was a social setting like a party or a kickback or just people getting together, even network mixers for professional organizations and things like that, alcohol has always been there. And it's been one of those social lubricants that I've leaned into, because I do have a bit of a social anxiety. While I am an extrovert and I can manage relationships and things like that, I'm very much a to myself type of person. So just going through the socialization process and developing and getting that, I guess, developing that second nature of always having to drink and using that as like social lubricant or using that as a talking piece or a way to connect with others in social settings, it's taken a toll on me, and it's been a negative toll. Um, Particularly, I've been through a lot of it's a lot of wild situations with like blacking out and passing out and waking up and just not feeling good, having to bounce back over the course of a couple of days. It's not just like 1 day hangovers, it's like 2 day hangovers that leads into 3 days, and me trying to actually get all of my energy back. And you know and shout out to who we have in the chat. We got Cannabis Purist here. So porn can be fire when you watch it with your partner. Yes, porn. The thing about pornography is that it's also an artistic expression. Eroticism and sexuality isn't something that we should frown upon necessarily, but the way that we consume those types of things, that is what's taking a toll on me, right? There's nothing wrong, if you personally want to watch porn with your partner and make things a lot more spicy and things, that's okay. For me, I just don't need it. I'm s- I'm freaky enough. I'm erotic enough. I got enough bandwidth to make whatever situation between me and my partner a memorable one, right? So me personally, porn has not been good to me per se, you know, and that's just unfortunate. And I'm just talking about me. So whatever you choose to do, people out there, that's good for you. But the insecurities that it builds, the perversion that it builds in the mind, the the thought, the way that it impacts your thought processes and things like that. I've come a long way in my 30 years of life to know that it isn't good for me. So I do agree that things between you and your partner can be awesome, but when it starts to bleed off into your normal everyday life outside of intimate moments with your partner, it can impact you in a more negative way. So watching porn outside of situations with your partner, right? Outside of just overall sexual situations, consuming porn, you know, it's too much. Like I opened up my Twitter the other day and it was just like a thread of like gangbangs, and it's just like for a person like me, if I see something like that, it it turns on that sexual switch, and I'm ready to go get to it, man. Like I'm one of those more like, I guess you could say, like fle- fleshly type people. Like I don't know if everybody feels this way, man, but I'm an animal. Sometimes I feel like I'm an animal and I cannot control it. Not to say that I'm a will assault anyone or anything like that, but it's like once I get going, it's like those endorphins and everything starts, the blood gets the rushing, man. That is just a bad combination for me overall. And I can see how, you know, me just wanting to get a little session in, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to relieve myself can turn into me binging, watching multiple different platforms and going into like just all of that porn addict stuff, right? Um as far as the alcoholism, it definitely does impact the our relationships with others, because one thing in particularly that happened this weekend is, so I was with my partner. We traveled down. um I did not have a plus one for the wedding, so my partner, she stayed back at the hotel after having however many tequilas. I ended up, going to one of my good friends' Airbnb to just, like a little after party situation. Everybody's gonna meet up, and I didn't do anything crazy or anything wild, but I did fall asleep without texting her, without calling her, letting her know I was safe, right? And I woke up the next morning to a slew of text messages, missed calls from all the people that love me. And I could tell that I hurt them, right? Like I could have been dead on the side of the road. I could have been wherever. And not being coherent enough to recognize that there's people that love me and that I should actually take the time to let people know that I'm safe and get to a safe place. That just goes to show, man, that it impacts everybody and it's not just yourself. So happy Tuesdays, guys. Let me go ahead and reset the room. Sessions, a live cast where we chill, we build, and some more shit. We have emotion and some more shit. And my name's Tezlato, Big Tezlato. I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. And I appreciate you guys just listening to the message that I want to deliver today. And yeah, sorry that it's not just like heavily cannabis infused or anything today, y'all, but we live lives outside of cannabis. And I feel like me being able to express this message is definitely helping me out a lot, guys. But yeah, so I'm back. I'm back on track. This is day 3, no alcohol. This is day whatever, probably day 2 or 3, 4, maybe no porn. I'm not really big on the porn, honestly, but it just comes in. It's kind of like with alcohol. It comes in spurts, and like whenever it comes heavy, and I'm binging, dog. So yeah, man. But on a lighter note, I do have some stuff drying. You've seen the harvest video live. We are now in day. What do we start drying on Thursday? Maybe. Yeah, we chopped on Thursday, probably Sunday, day 5 or whatever of day 5 or 6 of dry. My environment has been awesome. Around 60 degrees humidity. We're keeping it at around anywhere from 60 to 65. Well, 60% humidity, 60 to 65 degrees. It gets up to like 68 in here sometimes. Fahrenheit. So hopefully it doesn't get any higher than like 69, 68. I try to keep it cool in here. It is winter on the East Coast, so like I closed the vent up and the tent is right up next to the wall, so like there's a window there and all of that cold air that's coming through. It's keeping things stable. So looking forward to trim gel. Looking forward to smoking this second run of Ghetto Cake Bofinos number 1 and 2. Just the smallest, prettiest, frostiest purple buds of the Pheno number 2. The Pheno number 1, super green Pheno, smells just like wedding cake. Man, they're both pretty awesome. I chopped the trichomes were about, man, we're at like 30-40% amber. So it's gonna be some nice nighttime bud. Actually thinking about having some of the stuff pressed and making some live rosin carts or something like that, man. Also excited to have some more of this black rosin on deck. Man, mm, I got 2 clones of it. They're not looking too shabby, guys. So send up some good energy for my garden, bruh. We got 2 clones of the black rosin, and yeah, that we planted them. All of our clones that we taken, we planted them yesterday. So just send some good. Everything's rooted, but like, man, just the clones have reached some of the poorest health that I've seen in clones while they're in the dome, and that just came from using regular water. What I should have been using is my nutrient mix for veg, and I wasn't. I was being lazy, and then that just goes to show that Can't cut no corners with this growing thing, man. We just got rid of all of our mothers that we had battling fungus gnats. Got rid of that, so that's a done thing. We're basically resetting everything. I got a bunch of beans to pop, and yeah. I haven't my last grow. I didn't do too much of an update through veg. Just some brief ones during flower. One of my flower update videos actually got taken down. But I really appreciate you subbing to the channel, man, and yeah, just appreciate the support. Um, let's take a look and see what we're growing next though. So we got some Plughead Genetics, stupid sour. Shout out to Plughead Genetics. This is Sour Power OG by Chumbo. Chumbo, I guess, is one of homie's prize strains, and it's supposed to be bringing back that old school sour. Next, we have Frozen OG. By Robin Hood Genetics. Shout out to TAC Titan and the gang over there, man. Robin Hood Genetics. We got Frozen OG, which is Brisker OG by Banana Butter Cups. These are 5 feminine seeds. And shout out to them and their packaging. This is amazing. I think this is printed direct. Yeah, it's print direct onto the Mylar. Awesome. Let's see what else we got, y'all. All right, we got Violet Blue. Next up, we got Violet Blue, which is blueberry, fritter, great rock candy, and BBC, aka banana butter cups. Just had to clarify that since we're coming off the back of a porn conversation, right? I don't want BBC to mine's going crazy now. No, I'm just right. But yeah, I'm personally excited about this one because it has that blueberry fritter in it, which is a cross between apple fritter and the blueberry, like DJ Shorts. And I recently grew a blueberry. One of the last runs, I actually documented a lot of that. So if you do want to check out that blueberry run, which was an awesome plant, it was from Seedsman Genetics, the freebie I got. Grew it in a 1 gallon pot, but that thing blew up, and we got about 3 ounces out of a 1 gallon, 3 to 4 ounces out of a 1 gallon. So that was pretty awesome. Blueberry is a great yielding plant. So I want to see it. I want to see what happens when we get that old school blueberry, that old school yield, those just giant buds, and when we mix it in with the more exotic stuff that we're smoking now. So the fritter, the banana butter cups, and the great rock candy. I just want to see what it's gonna do. Particularly, I'm really excited about the stuff from Plughead as well because I'm trying to get back to that old school sour, funky, that really pungent smell. I need something that's pungent. Next up, we have Clearwater Genetics. We have Gary Payton by Black Velvet. Feminized. Shout out to Clearwater Genetics. Shout out to Tiki Madman. Then we have Clearwater Genetics again. This is a good one. We have Karma Sour Diesel by Devil Driver. Shout out to Karma over there in the UK, keeping that sour alive. Then we have shouts out to the man. Man, this is one of the best personalities in the game, man. And he's not a he's not like a streamer or like heavy on like YouTube or anything like that, man. But shouts out to the man himself, the creator of 9 Pound Hammer, the homie Jinx. Remember, be positive, y'all. One of my favorite guys, man. The message of just being positive and like, working with mental health and disabled youth and things like that, man. And all of the work that he does for like kids on the spectrum and things like that, man. just shout out to Jinx, man. Be positive, man. And if you ever see this guy at a trade show or if he has a table somewhere, you can actually write like a positive affirmation on a slip of paper and he'll give you free seeds for that. Like, that's amazing right there. But shouts out to him. Jinx Proof Genetics. We got hella lit. This is 9 pound punch by Hell on Wheels. So a 9 pound hammer times purple punch, and Hell on Wheels is like, it's like, I don't know if it's a mat cross or something like that, but yeah, it's gonna be some fire. These are regs. I'm excited about these. I'm really excited about these. The 9 pound hammer. I love that shit. All right. And yeah, I think that's all that we have. Yeah, that's all we got. That's all we got. That's all we're gonna pop. Oh no, and shout out to my boy Horty Harry. We got some beans from Horty Harry. I'm actually a member of the grow off. A part of the grow off that's going on right now. I had a vacation this weekend, so I'm actually we're planting seeds today. I was supposed to start February 1. Did not work out. However, we're gonna make sure that we get things rolling, get those seeds pop, man, so we can keep documenting. Shout out to Horty Harry. Nice good grower. One of the first growers to find something out of the strains that I created. So I sent out testers of the unlawful by the Zittles or Skittles, Zittles, however y'all say that. And we call that strain Blitz. He grew some out, found a decent female. I don't know if he's gonna keep it or not, but it was looking good. The plant structure was looking good from what he was saying. The terp smelled decent, but haven't got an official smoke report from him. I gotta tap in with the boy Horty Harry. Shout out to him. Yeah, Jinx is a cool cat, man. But yeah, other than that, man, we're just gearing up, y'all. We're just gearing up, trying to figure out what's gonna come of everything this year. We got a lot of big plans going on. Uh, if you don't know, I have cannabis brand that I'm working on. Show Me Exotics. Shout out to the other Gromy, Exotic Chasing. He actually created the main logo figure that you see here, this arrowhead guy. So we took that design and then we kind of dolled it up a little bit with all the extra little like cloud and all of that stuff. And this is our first official Mylar. It is a sticker on a Mylar, if that matters to anyone. It's not direct print to Mylar. I think that's like a thing. But yeah, this is our packaging. This is our presentation right here. Show Me Exotics. Anything that comes out of my camp that had my hands on it, that is what will go ultimately into these Mylars as gifts to all of the people around me. So I just kind of wanted to do this just to just to see. I'm one of those people who likes to see things and then I like to do things. So I see all of these brands around, everybody has their bags and stuff like that. Me, the kind of person that I am, I'm like, dude, I could definitely do that. Found a place that does, the bags and stuff for a really good deal, and we did it, man. I don't know what's going on with the cannabis community where there's like this weird thing where people are like trying to gatekeep and trying to validate brands and people who want to put their stamp on stuff, man. Don't worry about that. Look at your boy Tez. Look at your boy Tez right here. This is one of them big pound Mylars. You probably could put 2 pounds in it. But yeah, this is one of them big turkey bag Mylars. I didn't have to go pay for a stamp from any of these new celebrity cannabis people or any of the stuff that you see going on, man. I'm a grower, a home grower. I love growing. I picked up the hobby of growing when we went legal in Virginia, and I haven't looked back since. It's done so much good for my life as far as mental health, giving me something to do as a pastime, And yeah, it just gives me time to just sit back, chill, relax, learn the plant. Even when I do fuck up and kill all of my clones, or if I catch fungus gnats, it gives me the time to sit back, chill, and um and just learn something new. So I really like it. The breeding, yeah, I've been. Hey, another one of those things where people are like, "Oh, don't fuck up the gene pool and all of that," blah 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 blah. It's like I feel like a lot of that shit is just gatekeeping, right? Because I feel like a lot of breeders and growers who've been in the game for a very long time, they're starting to get, I wouldn't say shown up, but they're getting like overshadowed by like newer people that are coming into the fold, right? So it's like, people always want to throw out the, oh, well, you haven't done the work, and you're not selecting right and all of this stuff. And they try to make this thing to where it's like, if you haven't been growing for 15 years and whatever, then you can't make seeds, which is, according to nature, not true, right? So it's like, I found some males, they were super vigorous. I had some female plants already going at the beginning of flower, they were ready to receive pollen. So I just went for it. And what better way to do something than to just go for it and get started? So sorry for the purists out there who may feel like I'm fucking up the gene pool and all of this, but I took two great healthy plants, nice vigor, from reputable sources, and then we crossed the two and we made F1s. I've been sending them out to other people. Some people have been finding good stuff. Some people have been finding males and just killing them off. But it is what it is. This is the industry we're in. This is the community that we're in. Besides of just being an industry, this is the community that we're in. If we were all local farmers and we had our heirloom tomatoes and peppers and shit like that, I don't think too many people would be as sensitive as they are, But like, if you want to try to make some seeds or something, man, make some seeds. Just make them. If you find a mill and you just want to watch it grow and harvest the pollen, if you can do so, just do it, bro. Like, and that's my message to everybody as far as like sessions is concerned. Tezlato grows, the channel, everything is about stepping up to the plate, taking your turn at bat, and swinging for the fences, y'all. So, no, I'm not just this crazy grower, legacy grower from 30, 40 years ago, but I have been in the cannabis community since I was 13. I'm now 30. I'm almost 2 decades in. I know good weed. I've been smoking good weed and trading and, making money off of good weed for a long time. So, hey, I'm a valid member of the community. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, have my little rug rat pop in on me. But yeah, man, where was I? Oh yeah, but yeah, man, just do whatever you want to. Do whatever you want to. If you want to design a logo, you want to print some stickers or whatever, if you want to make up some pre-rolls and give them out to people and just have them try your bud out, do focus groups, sit people down and have them taste it. What's good about this? You know what I'm saying? Take in that feedback or whatever. Don't, don't be one of those people to where you're scared to show like what you've been producing. Because I've had horrible harvests and it's like smelled like hay, and I'm still going out showing people. I'm like, I'm like, hey man, it smells like hay, but shit still smokes, and this is what it is. People look at it, be like, oh, it looks good, but the smell isn't there. So, I've learned that it took me my first losing like one of my first harvests to the hay smell. That I learned that one of the most important parts is drying, curing, in the proper environment. So yeah, that experience, it just comes. So just dive head first into it. It's all plants. This is the community, man. The plants love us. We love the plants, dog. We're not gonna there's not gonna be anything crazy that happens to you just for trying, right? But yeah, man. That's a little bit of my message that I wanna spread to people. I don't have any of my rolling papers here. I gave out my last pack to a very good friend this weekend, but Sessions Lifestyle Company, man, premium hemp rolling papers. We are now doing the pre-sale right now. Papers are only $4.20. Shipping is just $1.50 domestic. So right now we're only shipping to the U.S. I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna get the international shipping price right on the website, because it's pricing the papers too high to ship internationally, and I know less than an ounce, then you should be able to send it for like a couple of dollars worth of stamps. You know what I'm saying? So we're just got to figure that out with the platform that I'm using. But visit the website. Even if you don't cop, go ahead and check it out. www.sessionslifestyle.com. Links below in the description. Just go ahead and check out the website, man. It's a very succinct website. We got about 3 tabs or whatnot, man. But go check out the about page. Take a look and see what we're about. Go ahead and look at the product. The S1s, what we're calling the S1s, is our first our first product offering to the market. So our papers, they're premium, unrefined, unbleached, organic hemp fiber. Um, they are a little thinner than the raws, so you do got to take it easy on them when you roll them up. I've seen a lot of people try to put 2 grams plus in them and try to get that really tight roll, and you just end up busting it out the side. So do want to be mindful of that. But I do like the paper. As far as the burn quality, nice slow burn when you get some decent bud in there and get it rolled right. Nice good slow burn. Doesn't do too much running up the sides and everything. That's one thing that I want to make sure at our papers did not have. That's why we went with the unrefined, unbleached. So whenever the papers are being made, the bleach, it adds to like the combustion factor of the papers. And then also the refinement process, what they do is they clean the fiber with other chemicals and other things like that. So that also adds to the combustion process. So like that's why a lot of like bleached, like the normal white bleached wood papers, wood pulp papers, like zigzags and things like that, that's why you'll like those things. You'll roll a decent joint. You'll light that thing up, and the whole side of your damn joint just burns down, and it splits open. You damn near have to re-roll everything. Is because there's a lot of things that were done to make sure that that paper was pure white, and that when it burns, the ash is like, you know, like that super white ash. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that it takes to get to that process is a chemical process that's done, so like a lot of that technology was developed in the tobacco industry, and and things like that. So just want to keep you guys in tune and just keep you guys informed, because the papers, depending on depending on what you're smoking on and depending on how that's been cured, you might not get a perfectly white ash, right? I know that's like the thing for the white ash. So the ashes might be dark gray, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. It might be some salt and pepper. I just want to let people know that. But super good papers, and I mean, at the end of the day, how great can papers be? Like, papers, I feel like they only can reach a certain height of like just being awesome papers before it's like, you know, shit. I mean, they're papers, bro. Like you can't really get too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like you're still burning plant matter and materials. You know what I'm saying? To consume smoke. So it's like it's not just gonna be the most. I don't know. I don't know. It's not gonna like smoking a joint isn't like smoking a rosin pen or a tabletop vaporizer like a volcano. It doesn't taste the same. So just want to let people know because people love to be critics of everything. Don't take it too hard on the papers, guys. sometimes. But yeah, no, it's all good, man. But I just would appreciate you guys to support the business. We're grower owned. We're a small, locally owned business. It was started by me and a few buddies from school, and this is our offering to the market, man. We have been connected for cannabis since we first met in college. We It was our code word sessions. That's that's kind of how we had to speak because we are in the deep south and we couldn't just say, "Hey, y'all trying to go roll up." We got to go say, "Hey, bro, y'all trying to have a session when the next session." You know what I'm saying? Preachers' kids and religious folks who might hear that, they might not understand what we're talking about, but that was a coded language we spoke with. Sessions, it turned into like a social movement and just like a large circle of like friends and family, and like we're all connected and stuff like that. So we thought to, what better way to honor that than to let's get our own papers, man. Let's bring that nostalgia back. Let's have our own papers. We're not trying to be raw. We're not trying to be OCB or zigzag or anything like that. We just want to offer smokers papers owned by smokers, owned by a grower, of lifestyle company, curated by people of the culture, in a boutique way, a boutique manner, a small manner, you know what I'm saying? So everything is in house. Yep. So, yeah, man. Sessions Lifestyle Company, www.sessionslifestyle.com. That's all me, your boy Tezlato, from start to finish. Design the website, design the graphics. We worked with some other good friends, like one of my buddies from fourth grade. He's a graphic designer, so he did a little bit of mock-ups for us. But yeah, man, this is all in-house work, man. This is nothing. This is built, not bought. Let's keep it that way. Only thing that was bought was the actual papers. No, we don't have the power to produce hemp papers at the scale we would like, and and everything. But yeah, this movement has started from the ground up, man. We're getting ready for the official retail launch of it. We have the pre-sale going on right now. The paper should be arriving soon. We have everything formatted for retail, Amazon, to be in stores. We got UPC codes, all of that stuff, man. So there should be no hold up when it's time for us to get in these stores. I already have a couple of accounts secured, so the papers will be for sale locally. But we're starting in the Virginia area, southeastern region of the United States, eastern seaboard, and then we're gonna branch out. I've been building a database of a lot of different stores and things who we want to carry the papers and stuff like that, man. So just really going ham from a grassroots level and just building it, doing the research, doing the work, getting the data, figuring out where the sales channels are gonna be other than our website, direct to consumer, man, and figuring out how we can do business to business sales as well. And also just trying to spread the movement and spread the message of sessions overall. So our slogan, our motto is sessions inspired by friends and enjoyed by friends. And when you look at the backstory and how everything of sessions came together, hopefully I'll be able to do a lot more podcasts, a lot more productions and videos and stuff like that that'll kind of give you more of a background and you can actually feel the authenticity of what sessions is, man, because it's a giant group of people that I met along the way that inspire sessions. That's why it's inspired by friends, and it's representative of things that brings us all together. So us being part of our individual communities, like us being growers, us being able to connect through this platform of YouTube as growers, share each other's thoughts, share messages with each other, and keep a vibe. That's what sessions is. When you go out and you connect with a person, maybe in the grocery store line, over something simple as like a football score, or if you hold the door for somebody and they say thank you, and just those intimate moments between people, those kind gestures, that connection that we build, that pure humanity, those moments of humanity when we get back and we all of our differences are out the window and we genuinely connect to someone, no matter their race, religion, whatever thoughts we might have in our head built up about certain groups of people or anything like that. That is what sessions is about. It's inspired by friends, it's enjoyed by friends, And sessions, we're extending to the masses the opportunity to enjoy, to indulge in that lifestyle of connection, of camaraderie, of building relationships, of being a decent human being, right? Having fun times, creating memories, you know, leading a great life, a legacy, making your mistakes and getting back up. That's really what sessions is about. And I would appreciate it if you guys check out the website, support. Hey, if not, just spread the word, subscribe, like, comment on the videos. But no matter how you support me, whether it be through the website, through Cashapp, through just a like, comment, tapping in with me, saying, "Hey, Tez, how's it going?" You know, comments, sending me pics of what you're growing, what you're smoking on. I've loved those pics, so definitely send them my way. I love to stay connected. So no matter, however you support me, it's all appreciated and it's all going towards a good cause. You know what I'm saying? And I hope the sincerity and the genuineness comes out of my words and just saying that, guys. Really, it's been a hard road as a guy just going leading a great life or seemingly good life, right? Trying to stay on a straight path, trying to raise a family, you know, trying to be a full-time entrepreneur, being an advocate for cannabis, being ostracized for being a part of this industry and being a grower, that it, even though it's legal here and in many states in America, we still have to battle this thing where it's like if you're involved in the cannabis industry, if you smoke cannabis or anything like that, there's kind of like a still a negative tone that people take with you or look at you. Certain people outside of our community. And what one of my goals is, one of my missions is to normalize cannabis use, cannabis users, let people know that we're everyday people. And I'm sure that's the message and the mission of a lot of people. So we all, playing our little parts in this, man. We're gonna see a lot of developments over the next few years as far as cannabis. When that federal legalization hits, y'all, it's gonna be crazy. Watch how the tables turn when that federal legalization hits. Um, might not be as abrupt, but it's gonna be very, very interesting to see how many people ostracized us, talk bad about us, get into the cannabis. It's even happening right now. People you would have never thought getting into the cannabis lane and stuff like that. We have, yeah, preachers and politicians and all kind of, yeah, these square individuals with cannabis companies. We got cops, federal agents, put thousands of people in jail over marijuana and cannabis. They own cannabis companies now. They own thousand lighters, right? And just crazy. But yeah, we have to keep on advocating for our community, y'all. We got to keep on fighting, and we got to keep on letting people know that cannabis is here to stay. The people who use it, we're normal. We are not dope heads, weed heads, unproductive citizens, or anything like that. But yeah, if you guys want to check out, let's see here. I'm gonna drop a link. I don't know if you guys know, but I have a podcast called Sessions outside of the live cast that we've been doing on our channel. I do have a podcast, official like podcast where I sit down and I interview people from the cannabis community. Um, so let me find that link here. Yeah, what we do is I interview people from the cannabis community, um, and just try to let people and just try to normalize cannabis users. That's really what it is about. I wouldn't not say cannabis users, but members of our community. Let's say that. I'm at a loss of words, y'all. We've been streaming for a little bit. I know it seems like I can talk forever, but Yep. So I just dropped the link in the chat to the playlist, man. Yo, Jubies was good. Yeah, we on it early. Grand Rising, peace, love, light, and life to everybody who's out there tuning in. My name's Tezlato, Big Tezlato. Just to reset the room, this is Sessions, a live cast where we chill, we build into mo shit. We have emotion into mo shit, y'all. So just I just appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Tapping in. The cannabis community has been nothing but love. I just appreciate the opportunity to build my channel. We are now almost at 400 subscribers. So if you're not subbed, go ahead, make sure you're subbed. I'm at like 373 or something like that, man. So we trying to do our thing, man. And hopefully this YouTube channel, these small businesses will eventually build up into a movement to where I can see impact on another scale. Um, Before we end out, I do want to get into some of my goals in the cannabis industry. Outside of just having cannabis brands like the rolling papers and the flowers company, um, I would like to see a lot of research done as far as mental health in cannabis, as far as just overall physical health in cannabis, and research as far as the science of the plant goes. I want to start a research facility, a fellowship program, scholars program or something to where we have a giant consortium of people all over the world, all different backgrounds and everything, where we're just gearing our thoughts towards cannabis, where we're collecting data, we're creating research papers, we're creating new hypotheses, we are testing things out, we're doing experiments, and just start fleshing some of this cannabis stuff out, man. Like I feel like there's not a lot of literature as is when it comes to cannabis. I mean, we got a lot of grow guys and stuff like that, but we need hard research, and we need to dedicate as much time to cannabis as we do to finding the new blood pressure pill or pharmaceutical thing, right? So that's one of my goals, is to heavily impact the research side of cannabis overall, and to have a lot of investments there as far as time, money, and efforts goes. I'm really into that side of it. Also, I want to I want to continue advocating the home grow community as well. I know there's a lot of people out there that's scared to grow. Me being a black dude, I feel like with the prohibition of cannabis, it was taken out so hard on like minorities, like brown people and black people as a whole, to where it's like we I can only speak for the black community. Me and people that I've experienced in our community, we're so terrified of the police and being over policed that nobody wants to grow. People are literally frightened to grow. Like they feel like it's, like most of the time in states, you can, you smoke, you get caught with some weed, you can get a little possession charge or something like that. But if you get caught growing, yeah, they will throw the fucking book at you. And people have been targeted enough to where they just feel like they don't even want to, even in a legal state. You can tell people it's perfectly legal to do it now. They're still hesitant. They're just so traumatized by like just the whole prohibition of the plant, man. So like I really want people to get into growing. I want it to be like an everyday thing, like just a normal thing for people to grow, like a little bit of herb. You toss a little auto flower out when spring hits, and you don't even got to really, you personally don't have to smoke it. You might use it for, I don't know, aromatherapy, or you might use it for some infused, type of creations or something like that. Or you might just use it for party favors whenever you're having a cookout. You show people the good weed that you grew and stuff like that. Like I really want to normalize it that way, rather than just legalizing it, regulating it, and then everybody's looking to get cash out of the plant, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be that, because I know a lot of people who grow and they're not interested in the commercial benefits of cannabis overall. Like a good part of my circle of people who grow, we just love doing this, man, because that's just the lifestyle that we live. I've always wanted to grow cannabis, but I'm from Missouri, so I know that shit was off the table. Like just getting all of the necessary things to grow and then actually using them to grow, man, I'd probably be in prison for 30 fucking years. So that's one of the stigmas that I want to break as well. And yeah, man, just continue adding on to the cannabis community overall, y'all. It's it gets rough. Sometimes it feels a little bit stagnant, but yeah, that's those are just some of my goals as far as the cannabis industry is concerned. And yeah, hopefully be a leader in the cannabis space, man, and just be, if we're gonna have a fully regulated legal market, I want to be one of the people who's, possibly an executive in a company or have my own company, and I'm one of the people that's at the table fighting, for the legacy of this thing. So that's kind of how I'm coming, y'all. But but yeah. All right, cannabis purists, man. Have a good one. Jubies, what's good? All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and tap out as well. We're coming up on the hour here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my day started, y'all. But once again, this has been Sessions, a live cast where we chill, we build, and some more shit. My name's Tezlato, Big Tezlato. To everybody who's viewing this, I want to say peace, love, light, and life. Hey, y'all have a good one, man. Happy Tuesday, happy Taco Tuesday. Get some herb in your system, y'all. And if it's warm today, if you can, get out there in that sun. I know I'm about to. Peace, love, light, and life, y'all. Cheers.